All right, hello. Today we're going to be learning about volleyball. Woo woo! One of my favorite sports. Very excited to be teaching you all. So we have 3 skills that we're going to be learning today. One is the overhead set. The other skill is the forearm bump pass. And then the third is a underhand serve. So I'm going to take you through each of those skills and then show you a couple activities that you can set up at your house to be able to practice your volleyball skills. So first one is the overhead set. What's really important about this is that we are using our hands almost as if it's a window that we want to look through, because we need to be looking above and our hands need to be above our face when performing the overhead set. So we're not going to bring the ball down here below, we want it to be above. So one thing that you can do is get your hands with that little circle a little bit apart. That's your window to look at, and it should be right above your head. And we use not only our elbows to push the ball, but also our legs, just like if we're shooting a basketball. So you're going to absorb the ball as it comes down, bend your knees, bend your elbows, and then push the ball straight back up. So you should be ending like you're Superman or Superwoman. Okay, so what we're going to do now is all I want is for you to place a ball in your hands above your head and then bend your knees and extend your arms and try to get the ball go up really high above your head. So again, put the ball right here so I get that window that I'm able to look at. My elbows are bent, my knees bend, and then blast off. And I push the ball straight up to the sky. So we're going to do that 10 times. You can use any type of ball. You might have a volleyball. You may have a kickball, which is totally fine. Or you may have a beach ball, which is also great to use. Or you may have a balloon, soccer ball. Doesn't matter what you have. The lighter, the easier it is for doing volleyball. Okay, so let's do our 10 sets. And if you want a challenge, when you push the ball up, you want to try to run and catch the ball when it comes back down, just like this. So if you're feeling up for the challenge, do that. If not, you can let it bounce and then grab the ball and get back. So 10 times we're going to do our overhead set. Here we go. So bend down, 1, and if you can, catch it right back in this position. 2, 3, if you need to let it bounce, that's fine. 4, get right back set. 5, see if we can catch this one. 6, remember, keep it right here at your window, don't bring it down. 7, up tall. 8, 2 more. 9, 1 more, and 10. Okay, so that's your volleyball set. You can also, if you have a partner, you could also try to set the ball back and forth to them. But remember, a set should always be high up in the air, okay? Not really low. Push that ball super duper high. All right, let's move on to our next skill, which is going to be a forearm pass. Now, for this skill, you want to make sure that your arms are extended and your elbows are locked out in front. You don't want to have your elbows bent at all. And you actually use your forearms to pass the ball. Hence why it's called a forearm pass. Or people call it a bump pass as well. But we're not using our hands or our wrist, we're using our forearms. So there's 2 ways that you can get your hands in the correct position. 1, you can have your hands flat, put them inside one another, and then point your thumbs down and lock your elbows straight out. So you want to make sure that one arm isn't above the other. So this is one way to have your arms in the correct position. The other is to make a fist with my thumb facing down. I take my other hand and wrap it around, and both thumbs should be once again facing down. The more you push your thumbs down to the ground, you see how it locks my elbows, and I get that really good extension. One way you don't want to do is to cross your fingers like this, because what happens is it causes one arm to be above the other. So when you go to pass it, it's always going to send the ball in a wrong direction. So we don't interlace. We either two hands on top and thumbs, or fist, wrap around, and thumbs down. Really making sure that our arms are extended and locked. Now, just like the set, we're not going to just use our arms to pass the ball. You're also going to use your legs. So like we've practiced before, is really getting squatting down and then even stepping into the ball to be able to pass it where you want to. So using those legs and lifting the ball instead of just swinging your arms like a baseball bat at it. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. I'm going to get in my ready position. So my feet are apart, my knees are bent. I'm going to get my arms extended out. And the hardest thing about this is I can't stay frozen in this position. I have to be able to move to the ball to be able to pass the ball, because whoever you have tossing the ball to you, it might be a sibling, a parent, a friend, it's hard to get it perfect if I'm a statue. So don't let your feet glue. Be able to take some steps and lift up to the ball. So let's see how I do. My arms are out and ready, and here it comes, and I lift up. All right? So underneath of the ball, like I'm scooping. It's almost like you're digging. I go under the ball, scoop, and I push it up and forward. So again, knees are bent. I'm in a good ready position. I'm looking at the ball and pass. So lift. I should end like this with my feet and legs extended and my arms up. Now, if you don't have someone to throw the ball to you, you can practice yourself, but you have to be very fast with your arms, because you're going to have to toss and then get your arms in the correct place. You can do it, but you have to be fast. So if you have a friend or a parent that can toss the ball to you, it's much easier. Now, this is advanced with a volleyball, and you might feel it kind of sting on your forearms. That's part of playing volleyball. What you don't want to feel or see is any redness on your wrist or your hands, because you want to make sure you're using your forearms. So let's see me do a forearm pass with a big beach ball or maybe a balloon that you have. And this is a lot easier. So ready position, and then, whoa, that beach ball went flying. So again, 10 times, I want you to focus on form. Really being able to bend your knees, get down low, get your arms extended out. Now, let's see what happens if I pass the ball and I keep my elbows bent. What do you think might happen to the ball? Let's see. I'm going to bend my elbows this time when I pass it, and let's see where the ball goes. All right. I'm ready, and I pass. It went behind me, right? So if you bend your elbows, when you hit the ball actually is going to fly in the wrong direction, which is going to be behind. You want to get it over the volleyball net. So it's important to lock those elbows and sometimes even bring your chest down a little bit lower, which then gives you a better angle of getting that ball straight out. So let's go ahead and do 10 passes together. Ready position. Good. And lift. That's 1. If you make a mistake, it's okay. 2. I'm bending down. I'm getting my arms out. I'm moving my feet. 3. Lifting up, using those forearms. 4. All right. 5. Keep passing. 6. Good. Here we go. 7. Get it nice and high. Lift. 8. We got 2 more to do. And then I'm going to show you a fun activity. 9. Good ready position. And 10. All right, so what you can do is you can actually get some equipment and utilize it to turn it into an activity. So I have a bucket here. You might have a trash can at home, a bucket. I have a basketball net, which is super cool if you have that or at a nearby park. You might have a jump rope or any kind of rope that you can actually make into a circle. You might have a hula hoop. Maybe you just want to use a t-shirt and lay a t-shirt down, or your favorite stuffed animal. But what you're going to do is you're going to try to practice setting the ball and seeing if you can get it to go into one of the containers or even into the basketball net. So I'm going to first go for the green one, and I'm going to start with just my set position, nice and ready here, and I'm going to try to lift up and see if I can get the ball to come down inside the bucket. All right, so I'm not shooting for it like a basketball pass. I'm still getting the ball up in the air and see if it lands. Let's see how I do. Good ready position. I look to see where my bucket is, and I push. Oh, missed. All right, let's try it again. Here is ready position, and I push up. Oh, got it. Right in the bucket. Check that out. All right, and again, you could have all these hula hoops that are down, and maybe you have 3 to give yourself a better chance of being able to get the ball into one of them. So again, you can start from this position for the setting. If you want to go more advanced, you can have someone toss you the ball, and then you get underneath of it and you try to set it. So I'm going to show you once with just holding the ball in. So I have my window, I have it above, I bend my knees and push. Oh, I got it right into the jump rope this time. Now what I can do is I can move up and I can have someone toss me the ball, and I go underneath of it and I try to set it. Now remember, if the ball falls too low, I could forearm pass it also. But if the ball's nice and high, I want to try to set it. So let's see. So the ball goes up, I set. Oh, too far away from the bucket. I missed it. All right. Oh, that's a low one. Oh, missed the bucket again. So you have to have lots of different objects out here. You can practice your setting or your forearm passing to get it in. Let's go ahead and do one with the basketball net, because that one's fun. So again, looking at the basketball net, I get in my set position, and I'm going to bend down and push and see if I can get it in. I missed. So remember, you got to push it up high to get it into the basketball net. Oh, there it is. So some fun activities for you to be able to practice your setting or your forearm pass. Our last skill is we're going to be practicing underhand serve. All right, the last and final skill that we're going to practice is underhand serving. And for underhand serving, you could use your volleyball. If you have a kickball or soccer ball, basketball, beach ball, balloon, whatever you have, you can use it. So when we do an underhand serve, and I'm going to use the kickball just to show something else, you need to know which hand is your preferred hand, the hand that you write with, the hand that you throw with. This is going to be the hand that actually serves the ball. And when we do an underhand serve, we're going to make that fist, and almost like we're doing an underhand toss. We're going to be able to hit the ball. Now, just like with throwing, I'm going to make sure that I have 1 foot in front, and that should be the opposite of the hand that I'm going to serve the ball. So I'm serving with my right hand, so my left foot is in front. So this helps me really kind of rock forward and strike the ball right underneath to serve it up and over. What happens is many people want to throw the ball and then swing at it. You don't need to throw it. You want to hold it right out in front of you and just hit it right out of your hand. So what I'm going to do is just practice my stance, have my arm in that fist, palms up, and I'm not going to hit it. I'm just going to practice really shifting my weight or stepping, bringing it, and just dropping the ball. So no throwing it. Hold it here, arms back. I bring it forward as I drop the ball. That's going to allow me right there to make contact with the ball. So let's go ahead and do 3 more. Take that step, opposite, swing through, and drop the ball. 2 more, shift, swing, drop. Awesome, last one, and we get to swing and hit it. Again, remember, straight back and forth. If I swing my arm this way, I'm going to hit the ball this way. I want to hit it up and forward, so I'm lifting it up, just like if I was going to toss a ball, which you all practiced on Tuesday. All right, here we go. Last drop. Shift my weight back, take that step, swing and drop. Now, instead of dropping the ball, I'm actually going to hit the ball right with my fist. Right there. All right, here we go. Take that step, bring my arm back, and lift. All the way up. This is where you should end. Yeah, good serve. All right, so again, right there in your hand, I got my feet spread apart. Arm is straight back, holding it out in front of me. I step and swing. And where does this arm end? All the way up. Up, 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 as high as possible. I'm going to show you one more from a different angle. I'm going to show you this way. All right, so one foot is in front, one is in the back. So you can see the motion of my arm. I bring my arm back. And again, don't hold this ball too high up, because when you go to swing it, it's going to go backwards. Chest is down, ball is right out in front of you. I take that step, swing my arm back, and lift all the way up high. So an activity that you can do is if you have a wall in your house or a fence, a really nice thing to do is to actually serve it into the fence. So, or your wall, fence, whatever you have that's flat, is just practicing and getting the ball higher and higher up that. So I'm holding the ball out in front, my feet are apart, I'm here, and I'm going to try to shift my weight and lift the ball right up. I don't have to swing that hard, I just want to try to get it up as high as I can. I'm here, I go back, I'm not throwing the ball, I'm just dropping it out of my hand, and lift. Oh, that was a little bit higher. Let's see if I can get even higher. Here we go. Good stance. Arm back and lift. Oh, not too bad. So, those are 3 main skills in volleyball. What is this one called? Do you remember? Overhead set. This is your overhead set. Having that window, looking through, pushing straight up with your arms. Next, we learned number 2. Skill number 2 was the forearm pass or the bump pass. Making sure we're bumping the ball with our forearms. That's this part of the body. So remember, 2 ways to do your hands. Flat hands, thumbs down, or one fist, wrap it, thumbs down. Make sure those elbows stay nice and locked. Chest down so you get a good pass. And the last one was our underhand serve. All 3 of those is all the volleyball skills you need to get started. Have a blast, have fun, get out there and practice. Woo!